actually had a theory about like how the reviewing community or whatever for YouTube like kind of works at the moment. Because obviously, like, well, I guess I'll ask you the question first. Well, what do you think is kind of popular or trending at the moment? Like, what type of videos?
Like in the anime
Yeah.
community, I mean, live reactions and episode chapter reviews are always like the thing, and then I guess theories.
Well, here's the thing also, because that also escapes the realm of anime community, because it also applies to everything else in general when it comes to like movie traders, and I mean a bunch of the channels are basically made up of that kind of stuff. Like, I was gonna say like I want to say Channel Federator, but that's mostly their besides their original cartoons, there's also uh, the 107 facts, and of
Yeah.
course everyone's doing trailer reactions and the vines, a couple other things, but I have some ideas why. I'm not sure exactly why people go straight to the reaction first or the trailers or whatever, but I do have an idea like how it might take longer for someone to review something like traditionally or normally. I think part of the reason is because, well, I think in my case I'm sort of stuck in the middle between a rock and a hard place. I don't know. I'm just assuming because for example we already have the big time reviewers like well Giga's not really doing much of anything. He's just like
Yeah.
what
Gaguk and
I
Holden
don't know,
aren't really like they're the biggest, but they don't
I
really
know like
do
6 7
much.
months I'll show up and I'll leave again. He's like Togashi style review. well,
Yeah,
well because you got
Togashi.
like Arcata and
Yeah, I guess
I don't really
Arcata
remember who
is
else is
that's
big. Sorry.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I know there's some that are up and coming,
well, well, Arcana's the
but
only one that I remember that does actual reviews. I don't recall anyone else at the moment. I'm drawing blanks.
I mean, I know some people are getting bigger, but they won't do like analysis videos like Digibro and Best Guy Ever and Mother's Basement.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Well, I think maybe. Well, okay. Let's go back. I could. Maybe I should rephrase the question too. I think I know why reviews don't always appeal to people, or at least because well, for one thing, obviously it depends whether people are interested in the show to begin with, obviously. But the big question is whether they. How was I gonna go with this? Okay, here's what makes things different from other videos. Let's say reaction videos per se. What makes different is the replay value, because the reviews it mostly consists of information, something that you currently only needed to watch it once. The challenge in making a review is basically find a way to make it entertaining or have a reason for people to go back and watch it. And I think that's kind of the reason why the comedy is sort of an essential piece of the review. In my case, I think that's also the reason why Critic and Angry Video Gamer. That's the reason why people go back and watch them again because of all the stuff they do. I mean, especially like with Nerd, with his special effects
Yeah,
and everything.
right.
Shitty, take, taking a
Oh
shit
yeah,
on Bugs Bunny.
yeah, beating the shit
Yeah,
out of him. Or even that recent Mega Man episode where he goes back in time.
yeah. Well, then again, like I noticed also both he and Critic have been having like these reminiscent episodes. Where they go back and like take a look at themselves, see how things have changed.
Well, they've been on for a while. I mean,
I
like
know.
shit.
But and I think that's kind of the reason why the reviews that I'm doing they're not like um I think most of it comes down from replay value because I know for sure well that and I don't know whether it's true but I want to say people are superficial enough that most of the things they want to see are something that has top/best and a number alongside it. 'Cause people click on
Yeah,
those so easily. I mean that's how Watch Mojo stays in fucking business because
yeah.
even when their quality is shit.
I know, see, because for my channel, I mainly just do recommendations, so that's probably where my problem
Yeah.
lies. Because like after that, it's like okay, I might check it out, and then like
I don't know. I think it's also because of the wording of the title or something. I don't know because I know like Merlin should have had like a lot of more subs by this point, I guess, since of his character analysis videos and all that. And then
I guess, but maybe because of, like he has to link it to the web. Because I notice if you link
yeah, people
something
really
on YouTube, people
yeah
do
they don't
not
really
click
play.
on.
They don't really care. They don't really care. Shit, I'm slurring my words again.
Because I know when I have when I have to re-upload a video, I can't upload it on YouTube and put it on Google Drive. Like the just goes down. Like no one watches it.
Yeah, no, uh, because I have ideas and I'll just make myself bigger. Part of it's the character, those top 10 lists or character lists that I want to do, but I think character profiles would probably be the thing that I'm going to settle for after a certain point. Because the problem with me trying to, let's say, try to review something, at least this is my opinion, not sure if it's factual or accurate at the whole scale of YouTube. Like, let's say if I wanted to review like a recent anime like Noragami. Okay, like for one reason, like some of my viewers they're not into that type of show, but they might listen because of what I have to say, or essentially the whole reason why people watch reviews of anything is because of the one who's telling it to them. That's how gamers work. Even though there's so many reviewers of the same game, they all have different opinions so, and or ideas of it or whatever. That's how they'll still watch two separate reviewers even if it's like the same thing. So
Yeah, same with movies
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything. Yeah.
So the thing is though with anime, I feel the problem is that let's say I wanted to review that show, chances are that the interest for that show has already been taken away because of either one, the big reviewer, or two, because of the previous episode reviews that already popped out for said seasonal show. So people don't really have a need to go back and watch a review for it, especially if they've already seen the show. So that's kind of the problem that it works with older shows a bit more because then they're not as active. But at the same time, since there is a lack of attention, there's less probability of a person to click on it and actually want to watch this. Or and then again, if you throw in whatever anime fans there are today that they don't even want to look at another show. So I don't know. That's a
Mm.
theory. No, I guess that's a hypothesis that I have, or I don't know whether that's the right word. Hypothesis,
Theory's good.
theory, or I know there's another word for it, but I don't know which one's the right one.
Let me open up the dictionary.
Thesaurus, help me.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty
I don't know.
legit.
I knew I had some other thing, but now I'm like, oh, my brain just farted, so I don't know. It's like
You had to push
I
your
had a stroke of
farts.
brilliance for a little bit, then like it just vanished. Like, whoops, where was I going with this again?
Uh,
I don't know. Let me think. Yeah, lack of interest. But yeah, that's the other reason because I just feel that if I wanted to talk about something, chances are somebody already talked about it before. So there you go. Because the other reason would be the oversaturation or of an interest to a different series, like One Punch Man, for example. When that came out, everyone was doing reactions or reviews, and it's just
Everyone was
everyone was
talking
talking.
about it. No one could shut up
Yeah.
about it. Even people that weren't into anime were
Yeah,
talking
yeah, same
about
thing goes for Attack on Titan. It was that big show that everyone was talking
it. Yeah.
about, but at that point, it also kind of seems like kind of pointless to make a review for that. Like that's kind of the reason I didn't really feel like doing it because like I wrote some.
You know, I did mine. I even said it in my review. I'm like, you probably heard this 1,000 times, but the animation looks really
Yeah, no,
good.
because everyone also has already said the same thing. Like the stuff I wanted to talk about, like there's already a video that mentions like that stuff, like in the it was I think like seven strange facts of One Punch Man. Like I think that's what the video was. It basically mentioned some things that I wanted to talk about, like the references to the characters, like the Ava thing, the Kamen Rider one, the Piccolo, and the voice of Frieza. That sort of stuff. And people already kind of have been sharing the same information, or there isn't much of a point for me to repeat it. So
Yeah. I mean, the only popular series I think I could talk about that'll probably give people some new insights, maybe Kill la Kill, because I really haven't seen a Kill la Kill review that goes in depth with its dynamic inspiration, if you know
I don't
what I
know,
mean.
dynamic productions. I don't know. Go the guy.
Yeah. Or even Gurren Lagann, because I haven't seen a Gurren Lagann review that really brings up Get a Robo or
That's
Ashita
like
no
I don't know,
Joe.
get a rope. No one's mentioned get a rope. I was like, well, chances are there's people out there, but they just don't make videos. So
Yeah. Because, there's people that know about it, but like most of the masses are like, oh my God, Gurren Lagann's so
either that, or
original.
you'll find them more in the comments and actually like them making videos. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing really we can do is you offer that new spin and see if anyone listens. But yeah,
Yeah. Or you do a really big analysis,
I don't
but I'm not really that analytical. Like I like watching those videos, but like I can't really picture
I don't know.
myself
To
doing
me,
it.
it varies on the subject. Like I could probably go analytical on something that no one would expect to get an analysis from at all.
It's like I could, but see, like the YouTube thing, it's like a hobby for me. So I don't really feel like sitting my ass down for like an hour
I
on
don't know.
end. Especially that I'm not really I don't monetize any of my
Uh,
videos. Well, for my strike, I can't really do it if I wanted to. So it's just like I'm not getting paid for this. I'm a college
Yeah,
student.
that's
I have my own
that's been
essays
my
to write.
struggle a bit recently. I've been wanting to do more light-hearted videos, reminding myself that even though I'll probably monetize it, like at least remember that I was doing this for fun at one point. That's kind of the reason why I want to do that. Look back at the past 5 years of I want to say it's gonna be 5 years of me doing YouTube because I think like things have changed. Like I kind of want to look back and tell myself like you would never expect these things happening to your life, both in YouTube and outside of YouTube, with the real world social interaction and stuff like that. I don't know, like I was like you, I
Life
probably wouldn't
influences.
believe my. I told myself like 5 years ago that I was gonna drop out of college and work with my dad, or meeting other people, or not even much less the whole manly thing. That was nowhere in sight like a couple of years ago. But at the same time, I guess looking back at something like One Piece, I always kind of somehow ended up being more interested in the masculine characters one way or another. So I don't know, maybe it was meant to be
Yeah,
some way.
One Piece
I don't
super.
know. I think
But
that's the
yeah.
problem with reviews as a whole is that there isn't much of a replay factor unless you're like somehow managed to make it big. Because I guess Critic and Nerd are probably the best examples of that, where they were going through some rough shit in their life, and then nothing was going on for them, and then now stuff's going on.
Yeah, but then I guess, the thing about that, then there's also like, the whole chapter reviewers and live reactors. I mean, especially chapter reviewers. I mean, I don't really think, there's not really much of a point to go back and rewatch those, but those usually
Yeah, no, it depends more like
explode.
on the reaction to the person or something, but.
I guess because like King of Lightning, he's pretty funny. And then
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I guess it varies from person to person, but at the same time, it's just I don't know. The market is like kind of difficult. I'd say to like get into. I guess the same thing applies to
I know.
comics. Really, like to start making a name for yourself because you just gotta.
I know for me, I just made my own market
Uh,
recommendations. No one
I don't.
does
No one does
those.
what the fuck over either. So maybe.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, that's.
I mean, there's people that review weird movies. I mean, I kind of got inspiration from JonTron, but that was like weird games. But he did do a couple weird movie reviews, and I'm like, oh, I could do something like that. But uh, that's how that
Because I'm
all
scrolling down
started.
my YouTube channel, I'm seeing like every video that I've done that's still on YouTube. Because some of the older ones are not there no more. But
Because like there's always times on my channel, I always wish like I kind of remade my YouTube channel and kind of made like my own character. Kind of like nerd and video and critic and everything.
I was doing sort of doing that for a bit, but in the end, it looks like if any fictional characters coming out is end up gonna be in the form of a drawing.
Yeah. See, I was always thinking of doing that. And even one Macho March, I wanted to do a storyline where I die and Toki resurrects me and become manly. But
Uh,
laziness. And then top of that, I'm all by myself because like my family kind of knows I have a YouTube channel, but they don't really know what I do, and I record all my videos in private. Like the only one that really knows is my brother that's appeared in a couple of my videos, like some subscriber specials, but he always gets Falcon punched.
yeah, because I remember like the Johnny versus that guy for game reviews. He's like that.
Oh
He
yeah,
put
yeah.
his brother in there, and you see his brother age.
Yeah, no. So I was thinking of adding like, because I have two brothers, but like, I don't know, I think one of them would
I don't
probably want to appear
because
more
one
than
thing
the
I always
other.
wanted to do would be like do something like how the nerd did with Spider-Man and Bugs Bunny. Do that with the anime character, but obviously I don't have anyone else with me.
Yeah, I know. If only I was in Texas. Just so we could, instead of Jamin Mike Mondays, it could have been like
What?
Shane and Alex
I don't know.
Tuesdays.
It'd be like fucking what was the other thing? Um, Game Grumps. It'd be like what anime grumps?
Oh
Like, I
yeah,
don't know.
Anime Grumps. just randomly watch like random OVAs.
Yeah.
Like the fuck is this?
I don't know.
I mean, it's possible through
I
Skype,
guess, but
but
then again,
yeah, I think even Game Grumps was through
no,
Skype.
then
Skype.
copyright comes around, and then like, then I
Yeah.
feel like if there was a Patreon, I would probably should send you money or something, but I don't even know how to mail things to you because.
I don't really care about the money. I'm fine with that, but because again, it's just the hobby. Because I always feel like if I start accepting money, then I won't feel like I really need to try. Because there's some videos I'm literally on my bed and I'm recording it, like
That's how I.
and there's some videos where I even lie. I'm like, I'm not showing my face right now because there's something wrong with my camera. I'm like, no, that's just bullshit. I just didn't feel like brushing my hair.
That's how I kind of feel also that I'm thinking, man, I don't know whether I should. Like almost every video that I do ends up being monetized. I'm thinking, back then you weren't in it for the money because that's kind of the reason why I feel bad when I delete a video and then re-upload it just so I can get rid of that clip and earn that income. But it's getting to the point in my life where I told myself that, you know, you're not really you're sort of working with your dad, like, and it's like it's an irregular schedule, so you might as well just do it anyways because you need to earn some sort of income. And then like for a while, like family struggles were happening all throughout college and a little bit even high school. So it's gotten to the point where I'm just gonna have to do it, even if it makes me feel like morally awful sometimes.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you could be worse. I
Yeah,
mean, it's not like you're doing
it's not like
clickbait
I'm
and shit.
making like.
Like Kenshiro could wreck Goku the video. Kenshiro owns the Shonen Jump universe.
We're gonna link a cutie honey porno.
And then you have like cutie honey's booty all over the place. It's like, oh, look at those honey buns.
Actually, even for the I think I told you this before because I tell you about the whole anime like sexiest anime women list that I wanted to do, or
Oh yeah, I think
yeah, because I
so.
wanted to get like other people in there like you, Merlin, and Zoro, but I don't know who else I can get, or maybe because originally I just wanted to be just my opinions, but I think at this point to make it more fun, it would be like if other people set their piece because I actually thought of a joke that would work if we're all on a Skype call. Well, we could fake it by using a previous recordings, but it would feel more natural if it was like all together. Even though a part of it is scripted, is that because number one, I think you can guess who I put for number one, or maybe I told you already. I don't know.
I don't remember the actual like numbers of characters and
Well,
shit.
you can guess number one, I think. So take a guess. What?
Jolene. Jolene.
No,
Oh,
no, that's
okay.
actually I didn't put her in the list at
What?
all. Actually, for sex.
Oh, damn. Okay. Olivia.
No, oh, come
Oh
on.
shit.
No,
Furia.
it's sexiest. Like, for sexy, yes. So come on. Come on, that's not that hard.
Thinking. I'm
Come
thinking.
on.
Don't pressure
Usually
me.
I'm the one that's bad at these guessing games.
And I know I won the last guessing game. Shit, I need to put
Come
up
on.
my A game.
What,
Wait,
top
hold on.
10 animes. No, wait. Top 10 sexiest anime women.
Okay, let me. Um, I have three guesses. Oh wait, can I have like a hint? Like, is it dynamic?
No.
Okay, so there goes that. Is this character Latin?
Wait, what did you say?
Latin?
No, she's not Latin.
Okay, so there goes Michiko.
You're gonna get
It's not.
mad. It actually rhymes
It's
with
not. It's not.
Michiko, though.
Michiko. Let me see. Michiko. No. Michiko.
Yes.
Fujiko. Motherfucker.
Like, hey,
Oh,
what's wrong?
that's. Yeah. Now I hate myself. I'm like,
Well,
son of
yeah,
a.
because I wanted,
I wasn't
the
even
joke
thinking.
was gonna be that for the end of the video, well, we're all supposed to give our different opinions about Fujiko and be like, then I forgot how the setup was gonna be, but the point is, I'm supposed to look in my, I'm supposed to look at my folder and you see another bunch of Fujiko pictures, and then, I don't know, all of you are supposed to say, Hero, how many pictures do you have of Fujiko? I'll be like, not enough. Like, what do you mean not enough? And then, I don't know, everyone just jokes around playing, like, I don't know, just I guess like kind of be a little mean spirited, but like, dude, I think you have a problem, or I don't know, just play around with it, see what happens. Be
Got some
like,
issues.
what do you have all those Fujiko pictures? Hey, is she naked in that one? No, yes, like I'm not sure if it's real though, but she is. I don't know.
Fujiko.
I'll just be like, what's with this obsession with Fujiko? Like, she's #1, guys. I mean, come on.
Got that, got the Lupin
I don't
syndrome.
know, man. It's just like it's just so much to ask just to find like a real woman with accurate curves like that. I'm just what I want.
And again, this whole like City Hunter
Yeah,
and Cobra, all the women there. I'm like, damn,
yeah.
what's in the air over there?
It was in the space air.
And then City Hunter, like, I don't know what's going on in Japan.
I don't know. Maybe Hojo just like knew exactly where to go. Maybe he had. Maybe he
He's
did.
like, dude, like, man, there's this one chapter where there's like this 15-year-old, like, you feel just as confused as Rio, because like there's this like really hot looking model and everything, and then like he's getting a boner, and it's like that girl's 15, and his like, boner just drops like immediately. He's like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
remember
fuck?
that episode, but obviously there's no boners in the anime version.
Uh,
No MOKKORI.
which is weird because it's actually such a huge thing in the manga.
I don't know what I was gonna
Like
say.
literally, it's huge.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say,
But
but it had to do with the. Oh yeah, maybe Sukasha Hojo probably has his own MOKKORI radar. Like he just knows, like he could, like how in Star Wars, like it's like I send a disturbance of the Force. They like Rio will probably just feel like a like a hot woman power level, and he's like over there, there she is. I must draw her.
yeah, because I mean, I forgot what was the last thing. Oh yeah, he almost choked himself with his dick.
What?
Yeah, okay. Let me explain the scenario. He was like sitting in the back of this really crammed car, and I forgot what was his partner's name. Kaori. Yeah, she was kind of being an asshole because like they were with their client, and she was like a really hot like lady. And obviously, he only helps like hot
So,
ladies, and so she tries giving him a boner when he's in the cramped back, and like his dick just goes up and like goes into his neck, and he's like choking himself. I'm like, damn, death by boner. Like, how did he die, man?
I
My
don't know.
boner choked me out, man. Instead of choking the chicken coat choked me. I'm like, damn, Rio, that's tough. See, I was also thinking of doing a list of like the thirstiest anime characters.
It's kind of easy. I mean, isn't like one of the top ones gonna be like the guy from Yurusei Yatsura? So
Yeah, there's that guy. There's Yokoshima from Ghost
yeah,
Sweeper. There's
Robo.
the main character from High School DxD. I mean, that dude almost like exploded a building because someone threatened to decrease the size of his friend's boobs, man.
Like
And then there's real Saiba,
I
who's
don't
just
know because I was thinking like #1 could be Bobby. I don't know, or maybe not as much. But...
oh yeah, Bob, yeah, because he literally becomes a
Yeah, I
thirst
know. So
god.
I'm just like, what the fuck? He,
And then I've always questioned it. I'm like, would Go Nagai himself actually count? Because technically he shows up in his animes. I'm like, does Go Nagai count? Because he's
he's
thirsty.
everywhere, man.
He's thirsty as fuck, man.
I mean, we're all thirsty. I mean, I think even Monkey Punch also. Like,
Yeah, Monkey Punch is
well,
thirsty
Cobra
too.
also, but he keeps it more classy though. Just,
Most people working in the manga industry are thirsty.
everyone's thirsty.
Anyone who does ecchi is thirsty. Inventing different fetishes. You got your tentacles, you got your monster girls. I thought muscle girls was gonna be a thing, but it didn't really take off. What else? Oh yeah, I remember I was reading this manga called like "Do You Like Big Girls?" It was just a bunch of taller women on this basketball team, and they all wanted this short guy's dick. But then I was like actually looking at their sizes, and I'm like, damn, I'm actually taller than all
Oh,
of them. Like, so.
that's probably a different story for me. I'm probably shorter than all of them.
And they're all like 6'1". I'm like I'm six
Yeah,
three,
I'm like
six four.
5'4", 5'5", so I'm like really. I'm not that. I'm like I think I'm below average to male. I don't know.
Well, no, I think that is just average. I'm not
Average.
sure. I don't know. Because even my brothers are growing taller. Because one of them's 14. He's almost my
All
size.
all
Like
my cousins are
almost.
taller
It's like
than
at
all
my
my
shoulder.
little cousins are taller than me. So my sister is taller.
See, like I'm taller than most of my family members. Like I'm one of the tallest of my family. I mean, there's a couple that are taller than me, but like one of my cousins is. But even then, I think by next year I should be taller than him. And so it's like, do you like big girls? I'm like, I do, but I can't find them. Just like,
I don't know. Like I kind of find myself like reminiscing back in high school and look and thinking like, oh man, can't help but wonder how some people I met look like now because I stumbled across like an old elementary school photo and I was surprised how I remember like more than half of the class's names. So I was like,
no.
wow, I remember their names.
Yeah, I remember there's this one girl from middle school I really wanted to see how she looked like because she was like well known throughout the whole high school for having like the biggest boobs. And I can even remember one of my friends, he was like, "Damn, man, that girl over there, she's like a souvenir shop." I'm like, "What does that mean?" She have everything, man. Like, God damn it, Carlos.
uh,
Thirsting in class over it.
yeah, I don't know because I mean, because I always kind of regret some stuff that I did. I'm thinking, well, then again, high school was like stuff was going down in high school and both in school, out of school, everywhere.
For me, mine was easy, man. When I was in high school, I was like homeschooled most of the time, so
Yeah.
just checking my Facebook while doing math.
Yeah, I don't know, because I look back thinking, man, I could have, like, I messed up too many times in high school and almost every year. And then, honestly, even when compared to college, for somehow, like, I feel like, man, the girls I met in high school were way more interesting than the ones in college.
See, for me in Dubai, it's hard because obviously it being like a Middle Eastern country, dating is kind of hard over here. And not only that, like where I live, it's really a race thing. It's like the Indian people hang out with the Indian people, the Arab people hang out with the Arab people, the European people hang out with the European people. And see, there lies my problem. There's barely any Americans, let alone Mexicans. I mean, there's some Persian people, but they're like different kind of
I don't
Persian
know.
people.
Sometimes I even wonder, like, if, like, who will I end up with, like, well, hopefully within the next 10 years, because I'm
I always wonder that, and especially my mom. She's like, man, I want some grandchildren. I'm like, Mom, I don't even have a girlfriend
like,
yet.
I'll give you the grandchildren, but first I need a.
I will gladly give you grandchildren because the process of making them.
It's
But
fun. But I don't know. I just haven't had that much luck. I mean, what I hate is
I
that
know for me,
actually this is a problem for me because I can't. I shit you not. I cannot tell people's ages at some point. This is like a real problem for me because it's some reason,
and I
some
know
reason
that.
in my family. I shit you not. Like everyone looks like I would say. Well, I guess maybe the exception of my dad and my grandpa or grandma too. But I shit you not. Like almost all of our members of our family look either 10 plus 20 years younger than they what actually should look like. And
Yeah, I know my family's like that too.
I
Most of
think part
them.
of it also has to do with my grandparents' last name. Their last name is Buen Rostro, which means good skin. So I don't know, that's like
No,
some inherited trait or something. But anyways, because of that, like,
and
well,
passed
because
down.
I mean, like, even I myself, like most people, I'm 25, and even if I go to a theater, they will always ask for my ID. Like they think I'm like 17, 16. So even and plus
See,
my
see,
height,
see, for me, it's the opposite. People think
yeah,
I'm
yeah, plus
older.
my height also, since I'm not like I guess they expect like someone in their 20s to be like the 6 feet tall or something, but I'm not. And then so
Uh,
um, where am I going with this? Oh fuck.
with your how you
Losing my
built
train
and
of. Oh yeah,
age.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, because there's some. I look at some girls and I can't even tell. Like, man, I don't know how old she is. Like, I just wish everyone had like, like a
Underage
name
over.
tag or something. Just.
No, it's like the video game. You click on them and like you have their whole like, description, likes,
Like,
dislikes, height,
like,
weight,
age
shoe
or TA.
sizes,
I don't want to hit on someone who, like,
age question
I don't know,
marks.
either that or I find like attractive women that I know for sure that like a little way too old for me. Like I guarantee you, not like my driving instructor. Like she was like an 8 or a 9. Like and even though I'm pretty sure I wasn't sure how much of an age difference it was, but I'm pretty sure it was big enough. Like from right high
Man,
school.
lucky you. My driving instructors were all assholes, little tiny guys that just wanted my money.
Yeah, it was kind of like that for me also because I messed up. I mean, honestly, I could have gotten a driver's license then, but if I actually just did one other thing, but we didn't find out until it was too fucking late. They just basically ripped us off.
Yeah, see, mine the ones over here just they're fucking expensive. Like I think with all the money I spent doing driving classes, I could have bought a car. Like bought one, just like a brand new, nice one. Because like I don't know, Dubai over here, it's kind of like all about money most of the time. But yeah, I don't know, Dubai is interesting. Because originally I was supposed to be back in the U.S. Like I should have been in Las Vegas by now. But I stayed here because one, it'd be cheaper, and two, my parents are like, listen, you've been with your family like your whole life. You never, like, because my family is very close together and everything. And my mom wasn't really ready to let me go because we're always there for each other. You know, we have like a close relationship. And then especially even my younger brother too. I'm always there for him. Like if he ever has a problem, he always comes to me, and like we're always close. So like I slightly wasn't ready to leave them, but at the same time, I'm like I'm going to college, I should make a change. But my dad's like, listen, you say that now, but then you're going to be in Las Vegas. Sure, you have your grandparents, your aunt there, but they're all busy. They have things to do. They're not going to take care of you. And then like my dad just went on and on. I'm like, oh damn shit, man.
I don't want to let you go, son.
No, because like Persians and I think even Mexicans too, they have this thing where like they don't really kick you out of the house. You could basically be in your parents' house for as long as you
Actually, yeah,
want.
it's kind of like that over here too.
Yeah, so it's like that. But see, I have some like friends from other national, like some just American friends, and it's like as soon as they're ready to go to college, it's like okay, get out of the house. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I guess it's a Mexican thing more than anything, really, because they
I know. And well, no, see, I think it's just a different side of the world. I think it's more of a Western
maybe.
thing, because like a lot of other countries, like a lot of the Middle Eastern and Asian, well, I'm not sure about
Well, I want
Asian.
to.
A lot of the Middle Eastern ones, they're all like, you can be with your family. I mean, a lot of the Arabs, they buy houses for their family and they all connect them together.
Yeah, no,
So
because I
it's
also been
like,
thinking about that. Like every future step in life, like when I would be like living in my own place, and then
yeah, I know that
like I said before, the
feeling.
whole marriage thing. Actually, like I remember the Johnny, Johnny versus whatever. Like I don't even know what his actual username is supposed to be, but he even like kind of admitted that in a recent video that he just barely moved out of the house.
Yeah, I know, I
Like,
saw that. And it's like, mom was kind of
yeah,
crying.
no. Then I'm like, ah, shit, that's what's gonna happen with me at some point.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I remember my mom back when I was in high school. I was just mentioning going back to Las Vegas. She would start crying. I'm like, Mom, please don't
Well,
do
here's the
this.
thing, though. Like, honestly, our family's been getting closer, like, in the past 5, 6 years, more than ever. So, who knows how it's gonna be like by the time I'm 30 or something.
I don't know, because I kind of do want to move out just so I can prove I'm independent. Because there's times where I go to the market, and like my mom and dad are like, "Here's the list, and here's this," and Mom, I could manage myself in a fucking market.
It's a market.
The market, Mom. But see, then the thing I hate though is I always come back and always fuck something up.
Yeah,
Like, Shaheen, this isn't mint. This is oregano. I'm like, son of a
that's
bitch.
what I hate too. There was a time where I had to go to Walmart. Like, well, my dad was with me anyways, but like I was the one that had to, get everything. Like he didn't know what I needed to get, so I went to get the things. I got the wrong things. I was like, ah, shit,
I
wrong
know.
bag of trash.
Oh, I remember there's one time I got really freaked out. My dad wanted me to pay these bills for both the house and his restaurant. So I went in, I paid for them, and then my dad calls me and he's like, "What did you just do?" I'm like, "I did exactly everything you told me." Because he said to call him there when I got to the counter, and I'm like, I'm not a kid. I could do it
Uh-huh.
myself. And he's like, "What are you doing? You combined both of them, and now I'm paying extra for this and that." I'm like, "What the hell?" He's like, "I only got one receipt. I didn't get two separate receipts, so you paid like an extra load for the restaurant, and nothing for the house and everything." And and it was over the phone. We're still in the same mall, but he was shopping for furniture, and I was like, by the place where you do the bills and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I fucked up big time. And I was kind of pissed off and everything. And he calls me back 2 minutes later. It's like, I'm sorry, man. It's the way it came out, it was all in one receipt, but you did everything properly. So I was relieved, but at the same time, I was really pissed off because he made me feel like I was a kid. Like, you can't do anything without me. And then, like, it turns out I was right. I'm like, for some ice cream after
Yeah,
this.
like I'm still not used to bills. Because actually the other day I was asking my mom like, when do I have to pay taxes, or when do I, when's the time for the tax stuff?
See, that's what I don't like about living in Dubai. We don't have taxes. I mean, they're thinking in 2018 of bringing in taxes, but like we don't have taxes here. And then even when we go to gas stations, they have people there that fill the gas
Yeah,
for
like
you.
that's how it used to be over here, but I forgot when they stopped doing it. But
I know where I when I lived in the U.S., it was always like you had to do it yourself. So I'm just like, that was some things I didn't like. I don't like about staying in Dubai, like certain things, and then I always think about U.S. I do miss there because my parents are always like, because we are happy that we live here. It is a much safer country. There's less crime. It's very clean and everything. Because Dubai is different from all the other Middle Eastern countries. Like they're really advanced.
or
And like where we used to live in Las Vegas, there was gang activity and some people died.
oh yeah,
So, but at the same time, it's just like even when you lived there, there's still people dying, but we still there lived there happily. So it's like,
I know like it's like that
oh,
in Mexico also, because ever since all that cartel stuff started happening, like a couple of years back, like I think it was around high school when all that stuff was going down. I was like, well, yeah, like things haven't really been peaceful.
and no, one of my uncles died in the drive-by. They mistaked him for someone else, and they ended up like shooting him. Just like shit. I know, because like my mom, she's always wanted to take us to Mexico, but she just doesn't feel that safe there. Which I'm surprised because we actually went to Iran before we went to Mexico. If anything, you'd be more wary of Iran, but Iran was actually pretty chill. And Iran, despite popular belief, they love Americans. Like my mom was in the bathroom once, and there's literally this one lady who's like, "Oh, American," and my mom was like, "Yes." Oh, and then she just started taking loads of selfies of her in the
Wow.
bathroom. Which is weird because in the city there's this one building that's like infamous. It says "Down with all Americans," but like all the Iranian people they look at it and they're actually disgusted by it. They don't really like it, but you know that's how the government in Iran is like.
I don't know. It's like, I guess just Mexican YouTubers have to stick together. But Hispanic
Yeah,
YouTubers, I don't
guys,
know.
Hispanic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's always weird because like when I was living in the U.S. being Muslim, half Persian, it was kind of a bad thing. Being over here, it's kind of normal, but then being American's the abnormal thing.
who knows?
Oh no, even being Mexican, whoa. People's like perception of Mexicans is so poor over here. I mean, I have literally one guy confused Mexicans for Italians. I'm like, no, bro, no. On tacos Italian? I'm like, bro, not even once.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, like I know Mexicans. They just tacos. I'm like, so much more than just tacos. So
we
much
got
more.
people.
I mean, I forgot. Let me find that post. There's this one guy on Food Network. He was really known, Anthony Bourdain. He was like really popular, and he made this one like huge post on Mexicans and how people should just respect them more, and it's like their culture is so much more. It was a beautiful post. Anthony, he's like their food is more than just bro food. It's not just nachos. It was Anthony Bourdain, Mexico.
I just
I
get
see
more
Anthony
annoyed with
Bourdain.
movies more than anything. Like the recent, well, like, it was on a live stream, but so I don't know if this ever got.
The Batman versus
Yeah,
Superman
yeah,
thing.
that whole scene with the,
Yeah.
Mexico Superman. They when they treat the Hispanics like fucking shit. Just, I mean, come on. Just because like Hispanic are like some of the most. They're not the only most religious people out there, but god damn it, you really had to make them bow. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
Come on.
know. I mean, especially I know that being half Middle Eastern too, you see it's like you see the bad guy with the action movie, it's like a Middle Eastern guy. I'm like, oh, fucking course. Of course they have a beard. Of course they say Habibi. I mean, I'm not even Arabic, but most people have that generalization of like you're Muslim, you're Arab.
Mm,
But Stereotypes, or when it's a Persian guy, it's some clean cut guy with Persian carpets and
Under the
shit.
volcano. Wait, what part do I read, or is it the video?
And it's kind of the whole thing. I actually, when I found it the first time, it's just like what the words.
Mm, we love
And
Mexico
just like
City, Mexico
start
beaches,
with
imaginary
everything's
interior
in
design,
Mexico.
Mexico. So why don't we love Mexico? We throw up our hands and shrug at what happens and what is happening just across the border. Maybe we are embarrassed. Mexico, after all, has always been there for us to service our dark needs and desires. Whether it's to dress up like fools and get passed out drunk and sunburned on spring break in Cancun, throw pesos at strippers in Tijuana, or get toasted on Mexican drugs, we are seldom on our best behavior in Mexico. They have they have seen many of us at our worst. They know our darkest desires. Oh shit.
I know he goes balls deep in this shit. I'm like, dang.
No. In the service of our appetites, we spend billions and billions of dollars each year on Mexican drugs, while at the same time spending billions and billions more trying to prevent those drugs from reaching us. The effect on our society is everywhere to be seen, whether it's kids nodding off or overdosing in small town Vermont, gang violence in LA, burned down neighborhoods in Detroit, it's there to see. What we don't see, however, haven't really noticed and don't seem to much care about is the 80,000 dead, mostly innocent victims in Mexico just in the past few years. 80,000 dead, 80,000 families who have been touched directly by the so-called war on drugs. Mexico, our brother from another mother, a country with whom, like it or not, we are inexorably deeply involved in a close but often uncomfortable embrace. Look at it, it's beautiful. It has some of the most ravishingly beautiful beaches on earth, mountains, desert, jungle, beautiful colonial architecture, a tragic, elegant, violent, ludicrous, heroic, lamentable, heartbreaking history. Mexican wine country rivals Tuscany for gorgeousness, its archaeological sites, the remnants of great empires, unrivaled anywhere. And as much as we think we know and love it, we have barely scratched the surface on what Mexican food really is. It is not melted cheese over a tortilla chip. It is not simple or easy. It is not simply bro food halftime. It is in fact older, even the greatest cuisines of Europe, and often deeply complex, refined, subtle, and sophisticated. A true mole sauce, for instance, can take days to make. A balance of always fresh ingredients, painstakingly prepared by hand. It could be, should be one of the most exciting cuisines on the planet if we paid attention. The old school cooks of Osaka make some of the most difficult to make and nuanced sauces in gastronomy. And some of the new generation, many of whom have trained in the kitchens of America and Europe, have returned home to take Mexican food to new and thrilling new heights. It's a country I feel particularly attached to and grateful for. In nearly 30 years of cooking professionally, just about every time I walked into a new kitchen, it was a Mexican guy who looked after me, had my back, showed me what was there on the case when the cooks more like me, with backgrounds like mine, ran away to go skiing or surfing or simply flaked. I have been fortunate to track where some of those cooks come from, going back home with them. To small town populated mostly by women, where in the evening families gather at the town's phone kiosk. I don't even know what that is.
Kiosk.
Whatever, waiting for calls from their husbands, sons, and brothers who have left to work in the kitchen in the cities of the north. I've been fortunate enough to see where that affinity for cooking comes from, to experience moms and grandmothers preparing many delicious things with pride and real love, passing that food made by hand, passed from their hands to mine. That is why grandma's cooking is often better than your mom's. It's like a truth. In years of making television in Mexico, it's one of the places we, as a crew, are happiest when the day's work is over. We'll gather around a street stall and order soft tacos with fresh, fried, delicious tasting salsas, drinking cold Mexicano beers, sip smoky mezcals, listen with moist eyes to sentimental songs from street musicians. We will look forward around the remark for the 100th time what an extraordinary place this is. The received wisdom is that Mexico will never change, that it's hopelessly corrupt from top to bottom, that it's useless to resist, to care, to hope for a happier future. But there are heroes out there who refuse to go along. On this episode of Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown, we meet a few of them. People who are standing up against the overwhelming odds, demanding accountability, demanding change at great, even horrifying personal cost. This show is for them.